How to add and subtract a radical expression. For example number 1, 3 times the square root of 5 plus 2 times the square root of 5 equal to what? So the radicands, both radicands are the same right here. So this is called radicand. Okay. So when both radicand are the same, you could just add whatever's number in front of the square root sign right here. So 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, and then just times the square root of 5. That's the answer right here. Okay. How about the second one? 5 times the square root of 3 minus 4 times the square root of 3. So when the radicands are the same, both radicands are the same, you can just subtract whatever in front of the square root sign. So 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. You can just write that as the square root of 3. That's the answer. How about the third one example? 3 times the square root of 3 plus 2 times the square root of 75. So look at the radicand. 3 and 75 are not the same. So, but however, the square root of 75 is just 3 times 25. So we can break this down. We can say that the square root 3 times the square root of 3 plus 2 times the square root of 3 times 25. So 3 times 25 is just 75. And then we can break this down again. We say the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 plus, now we can rewrite this as 2 times the square root of 3 times the square root of 25. We can break it down like that. And then you know that, so this is just equal to 3 times the square root of 3 plus 2 times, so the square root of 25 is just 5. Okay, that's a perfect square. So times 5 times the square root of 3. So now we have the same radicand right here. 3 and 3, 2 times 5 is just what, 10. So 10 plus 3 is 13. So the answer would be 13 times the square root of 3. That's the answer. Okay. Yeah, be 2 times 5 and then plus 3 right here. So that's how I come up with 13. How about the fourth one? 7 times the square root of 6 minus 3 times the square root of 24. So the radicand are not the same, but we can work with this one right here. So the square root of 24, so we can rewrite that as 7 times the square root of 6 minus 3 times the square root of, we can break this down. So 24 is just what? 6 times 4, right? 6 times 4 is 24. So we can rewrite this again and say there's 3 times the square root of 6 minus 3 times the square root of 6 times the square root of 4. And we know that the square root of 4, so 7 times the square root of 6 minus 3 times the square root of 4 is just 2 times the square root of 6. Okay, so 7 times the square root of 6 minus 3 times 2 is 6, the square root of 6. Now we have the same radicand right here, 6 and 6, therefore we can just subtract it. So 7 minus 6 is just equal to 1. So the answer is just the square root of 6. So that's how you add and subtract the radical expression. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.